Mastery is not a function of genius or talent. It is a function of time and intense focus applied to a particular field of knowledge. Robert Greene, Mastery. Alright, I just want to start this video with a quote because it fits this Fisher Online perfectly. A lot of players think that, Fisher Online is full of dead spots or old spots that are not working anymore and all that, all the other excuses. But in reality, we all have the tools already made available. And what separates casual players from consistent trophy hunters is time, understanding, and how well you use the tools you already have. And one of the most powerful tools out here is the the TFO Helper, made by bikers, or TFO Gold Fish Tracker, is what they call it. So in this video, I'm going to show you what TFO Helper is, how to set it up, how to read the data, and most importantly, how to customize it and make it your own. By the end of the video, this won't just be another app. Let's make this app great for fishing in Fisher Online, and it will be your personal fishing notebook. That's a long intro, but let's get on with it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the cast. Alright, I'll leave a link on the description below, but if you're part of my Discord server, the link for the TFO Helper will be on this channel here, and just download that. It's free, and once you've downloaded that, save it onto a folder. I've saved it on my Fisher Online folder, and then just extract that. And it should just run straight away, and it should look like this. Now, if you just run the app here, TFO Helper, and it will take you to this page. Now, once you're here, let's personalize it first, and this is important. So if you didn't get the window where it says your user, or it's asking for your username, just go to Program, Settings. I've already set mine to Silent Angler here. Scan range, you can choose the color of your common point, or let's say probably a hotspot. Your tournament point, where I'll show you the points, notes, and other details later, but leave it as default for now. Trophy point is orange. Throw marker color. You can see here some examples, but yeah, just set up your username here. I put in Silent Angler. Just click on OK. Okay, first off, we'll check by map. Of course, once you open Fisher Online, you want to check which map you want to start with. Just click on the maps here on the top bar, and then select the map. So in this instance, I used Finland. You can see there's already existing spots by other players. If you download it from a Discord link, there will be spots already shown here. Now, if you see an existing spot, say for example this one, you can see here on the right side what lure, bait, we'll start with the coordinates. Start with coordinates and what fish is there. Salmon roe, what hook is used, depth, feed, and also the notes here as well. And this is contributed by Dabser. And the fish caught is Repus. And if you double click, you'll see the details of the spot that has been put there. Everything should be here, and what I always check is the notes here left by the player. What have they done or used before, and then reference that. Now, another disclaimer, I just want to tell you guys that this is not the, like, you know, the guaranteed or exact spot, but this is let this serve as a guide for you, and maybe you can replicate that on your end. All right, now let's check another spot. So this one has multiple fish on it. This one has one fish. So if you click on other spots here, there will be multiple fishes caught on that spot, because that has been ticked or selected by the player. Other catches are bycatches, what we call them, or extra catches on that spot. The coordinates are here, what fish are caught. This one's from Bychris, and what hook is used as well. If we double click on that, there's no notes, but yeah, you get the point on how to use this. So yeah, let's move on to the next part. All right, now let's move on to the data list here. You can see the feeds already listed, base feeds as well, been customized or modified as crustacea for mollusk. You can tick or untick that. For now, I leave everything as is. But what I'm more interested in is the fish list, because this is where you can see all the fishes that are in Fisher Online. Shout out to Bikers who has completed this. This is very awesome, man. It's very structured, so clean. So basically, when you select the fish, you can see a let's pick a carp here. You can see all the details about the fish. Let's start with large catch, trophy weight, the depth is mostly on the ground or half water or floats. The time it's caught, cautious, yes, require a leader. And hooks, probably we need to update that, but it's set to 0. And the notes left by Bikers. Mostly of his notes, if you noticed, will be indicated by a map and the coordinates. Now on the coordinates, you'll notice a U here. That means it's a trophy catch on that spot, on the coordinates for Fisher Online. And then on the right side, you can see the mostly used baits, and also the points in Fisher on this tracker that have been added by the other players. Pretty cool, right? So if you check the others, carp, leather. So yeah, if you want to search by fish here, you can actually type it in here as well. So salmon, silver salmon. Yeah, you can see here. So yeah, you can check the details of the fishes here, which is good. And you can also notice the tab here, editable, detailed info. So basically you can change the details of the fish here. I don't want to do that, but if anything changes in the game, yeah, basically you change it here. Maybe there's a common, or there's a new bait that has been attracting this fish. You can tick the box here. You can also check the status of the fish if it's non-predatory food fish. For now, I'll leave everything as is. I just want to leave everything. But yeah, if you want to personalize it more, you can tick the boxes here. And yeah, so if you say, for example, tick the box here to go garlic, it should show on the that go away. Silver carp white. Deal garlic, it will show up on this page here. Editable. Just untick that. And then yeah, so this is like a quick view where you can check what fish is attracted with or what baits, apart from what you can see in Fish Online now. This is additional info. Hope this helps. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, now let's go to the quicker way of checking the fish per map. So if you noticed already, species on map here on the right side, you can just select the fish that you're after, like say for example lake salmon, double click on that. Yeah, basically you can see the details here as well. Basic info, you can see the notes from Bikers. I haven't translated it yet, so I think the best way to do this is just copy it, paste it in Google Translate. Yeah, this is what I usually do. Grab the English version and then paste it here. Yep, and you can see the other points as well added by other players. The recent baits on the side, around the clock. This is the, like, I think the fastest or better way of checking the fish on each map. And also, you notice the coordinates here on the side. You can just untick the points or check the points catch or caught by other players as well. And then double click on the point. And then yeah, like what I showed you earlier. Alright, so this is where you can add your own spot and make it your own fish tracker, or you know, if you want to use it for the future. Now to add a spot, so yesterday I was able to catch a trophy Siberian dace. The coordinates here, the time here, the ground bait that I used, and the gear as well. Now to add that to the tracker, just go to add new point and then set the coordinates. I'll open up the existing one. So this was from yesterday. I unticked the other points. So this one, so you can see here Siberian dace. Coordinates, ground, because it's I used the feeder here. Leave the hook number or the size to 0 because it's a size 24, category 0. And I tick trophy. It's a trophy point, and it's around day evening. Sunny, feeder, and the fish species, which is Siberian dace. I left a note, size 24 with ground bait. Now to select the baits here, you could just select mayfly larva, which I used, and the feed. So if you click on this feed, you will tick the boxes on which ground bait you used. So what I used was bleak ground bait, breadcrumbs, and an e-stip. I just tick the boxes there. So say for example bleak here. I won't do it now because I already created one, and you'll notice that on here on the feed, SF bleak, anise, breadcrumbs. So that's the I know sometimes the ground baits doesn't work, but for me it's best that I take note of it. So fish tracker or TFO Helper is the best place to save that, you know, just in case, you know, my Discord doesn't work or I tend to forget things. I just go back to TFO Helper and then check the spot that I added and also the ground bait that I used. So yeah, and once you added the point, I'll show you simply how to save all your details here. Now, to save your points and everything, all the configurations, it's only done in one way. So if you select program, save all, and that's it. It will save all your data, and when you reopen TFO Helper next time, it should open up with the data that you have added, and it will save you time when you reopen it and check your existing spots. And also TFO Helper has like the export file, but I spoke to Bikers and it's still crashing other players' programs, but hopefully in the near future this will be fixed. Bikers, wink wink. So other players can share their data. I know this program is offline, doesn't have a cloud system at the moment, but if it's still a good fisherman's notebook for Fisher Online. And that's pretty much it. Just letting you know, TFO Helper won't make you a master overnight, but if you are consistent with logging your catches, like what I do in Discord, I try to be, add notes, track patterns, and stay consistent. You slowly reach to that point where you're not guessing anymore, but you're deciding on which point to, or which fish you want to catch in a certain map. And I think that's the mastery there. I know I've been in this game just a few months still, but slowly I'm getting that pattern of which lure, bait to use, the ground bait as well, thanks to Chris and the other players who are helping in game, and also my club as well. Now, if this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you want, just leave a comment if you want to add more details or any negative comments as well if you wish. All right, tight lines everyone. I'll see you in the next cast.